G'day all, my name's Sean. I've got a question I want to put around. I'm looking for some information on something I've got concerning these guys here. Original Volga video. And this here jacket. I'm not interested in money value or written authentication or anything. I'm interested in the story. It's about 2001. Don't hold me to it. Somewhere around there. On my way home one day, I stopped at a garage sale and spotted this jacket. Rushed home and begged the missus, Jen at the time, to let me buy this jacket. Of course she let me buy the jacket. I bought the jacket and I was told the story by the guy I bought it off that he had bought it in LA and that it was made by the band, and there was only a few of them. Now, yeah, I thought, grouse, awesome, rad, awesome story, mate. Like, I thought the jacket was fucking amazing as it was, and the story, whether it was true or not, just made it all that more better. You know, just wow, what a story. And we all love stories, but you know, going on, it's now 2023. Jesus Christ, and this jacket has had quite a life. So he told me that story, and I have a friend, Dean, who's one of my oldest mates. He's just an absolute stand-up top dude and responsible for me being able to go and do some pretty cool stuff when I was younger. Also got me backstage meet and greet tickets to Megadeth 2005, at which clearly I wore this jacket. And so the story of the jacket continued on when I've gone into this meet and greet, and Dave Mustaine himself has made a beeline to me, and I'm like, fuck, what's going on? And he's told me the story as follows, that he's come, where'd you get that jacket, man? I'm like, I got it at the garage sale. You got that at a fucking yard sale? And I'm like, just a bit starstruck. Couldn't put a sentence together. And he's like, how much you pay for that? I got $60. He's going, oh, you got that from a fucking yard sale for $60? Fuck, man, the band made those. There's only 30 of them. And I'm still not being able to spit much of a sentence out. I chatted with him for a little bit, and then he's asked me if this wasn't long after Dimebag was shot, passed away. Rest in peace, brother. Yeah, man, that brings me tears. So Dave has told me this and asked me if he could sign it with the rest of the band as a tribute to Dimebag, to which I said, absolutely. Like, you know, I'm trying to get in the light. It's me, that 2005. Dave Mustaine, RIP. Dave Mustaine is one of my idols, you know, because I've grown up doing the hard yards and continue to. Life's not easy and it's not clear cut, but he showed me in an action of his, not words, but an action, just how much we need to make to form the story and figure out the story for ourselves, you know, and not write people off. Like, look at who they are and what makes them. And in a conversation backstage, he was he stopped us mid conversation and said, just hang on a sec, I'll be back. And goes over to this bloke who's sitting on his own, maybe shy or whatever, and he's just gone, man, what's your name? Like, you know, introduced himself and asked his name and said, come on, come and talk with me and the rest of the guys and this group, you know, and us. and included him in the conversation. Didn't let him sit there on his own. And I thought, you know, that is. I don't care. I'm sure you have your arsehole days and you're a prick, and rightfully so in some people's eyes. But that was a human quality that could go a long way if people would take notice of that kind of shit. And you know, from that day on, Dave Mustaine was right at the top of my, you know, fucking rad cunts list. People to live by, and you know, look for truths and stories yourself. And so for me, I'm looking for the story. I want to continue the story. I want to know what its life was prior to the garage sale, the authenticity of this story, and see where it goes. Like, there's Dave Mustaine. I believe him every possibility, more so than anyone I would have ever met, to have had a genuine insight into this jacket. And but truth is what you witness and what you experience. Belief is the next thing to that, you know, and I believe him. But I'd like to see where this story goes and see if anyone can help me find out more of a story and a bit of history, because you know that music is so much more than the bullshit that goes on, or you know, looking up to your greatest fucking idols. I'm very lucky to have met an idol of mine and be able to walk away from it saying what a fucking excellent person. You know, sometimes they say you shouldn't meet your idols because you might be disappointed. I wasn't. I'm very lucky. I have been very lucky in that in a few instances in my life. I met Peter Brock and had a very similar thing where he loved what I had and wanted to sign it. But anyway, I've been very fortunate to meet a few of my idols, and also I like the idea is to if anyone else that gets wind of this goes, man, I've got a story like that, well, maybe tell it, tag me in it, in your story on your feed or whatever. Just and then ask the next person to do the same and see if we can, you know, get some of the spirit back in music and why, you know, everyone has got their music they're into. You know, I'm not into all music, but yeah, it doesn't matter whether you're into hip hop or country or whatever. But music is a vessel and a vehicle transports the truth. And all art does, but music especially. So yeah, we've got to be open in what we say and do it from the heart. You know. And just and not careful but mindful that the stories that we tell are a part of the greater picture, and you know, don't worry about bloody offending people. Just tell it from your perspective and let the ether take it and do what it must, you know. But these are stories that shape the world and shape life as I knew it. You know, this is a band that I grew up on, them Metallica and Megadeth and Faith No More and shit. Sorry, New Kids on the Block, but you had all the girls and your music sucked. But anywho, my art takes me where it takes me, and it's taken me to some pretty wide corners of life, you know, and understanding. And these things go beyond us. This is just me sharing my story, hoping to fill in the dots a little bit, and maybe there's some people out there with stories of their own that might want to follow on from this. And if you do, tag me in your story and request that someone does the same and tags them. It's work, but maybe we can paint a picture, and maybe there's some people out there that can help me get some more info and see where this story takes me. Like, yeah, maybe one day I'll donate it somewhere, but it's worth its value is much higher than any financial value that you could ever poke a stick at, mate. Not to say that money isn't something that we all need, but it's certainly not something that should drive you. And this here is a representative of what I mean. And you know, when it comes down to it, some stuff needs to go beyond the financial realm and find out the story and what the true heart of it is. So Anyway, look me up. I can't be that hard to find. Symbols in sounds, or the wrongness, or Sean Gearing on YouTube, or I don't know. Just look me up. Send me a message. Just put Pantera. Put Pantera at the start of the message. First word in the message, Pantera, and you'll be sure I'll read it. See if we can't paint a picture, eh? So, cheers.